Hello everyone. We are here today to discuss the overcoming inertia, which is resisting the change. We wanted to educate your company, leaders and managers about the ways that you can resist the change and why the change is important in your organization, also what benefits it will bring you. So the objectives of this presentation is number 1, learning the importance of the change. Number 2, learning the ways for the proper effective implementation of the change. And number 3, learning about the benefits of the change. So after this presentation, you will learn all these 3 things. First of all, as Heraclitus said, change is the only constant. Nowadays, the marketplace are becoming more segmented and moving towards the niche kind of a product. Also, there is a lot of competition, and competition is moving really fast. They offer targeted products, so targeted groups, so its market requires to be very speed focused. Also, another reason that market is changing is offshores markets that are bringing a huge innovation, a huge change to current markets, and also the knowledge is becoming a new information, so it's becoming more important. A lot of companies that are traditionally driven, they're becoming unfortunately not as competitive, and they're not having competitive advantage, and therefore they're not successful in the marketplace. So it's important to follow the change and to be flexible, to be adaptive, and only these companies that are flexible and adaptive to change have a place in the new marketplace. So we have to be successful in implementing the change. The need for change is sometimes coming from the inside, like structural reorganization, and sometimes it's forced by outsourced forces like market change or technological advancements. How to implement the change? One of the best ways to implement the change is to use the Lowen's change model. Kurt Lewin was social psychologist, and he developed a 3-stage model, which consists of 3 stages: unfreezing, changing, and refreezing. This model is the best way to implement the change and to help the initiate, manage, and follow up, stabilize the plan changed. The first step is unfreezing, and the goal of this step is to create a motivation for the employees. It's also important in this stage to make sure that you update your employees about the change, what's going to happen, so they're informed and they're not facing the change with some negative feelings. The second step is to actually implement this change, and the goal of this is to provide new information, new models, new procedures to make sure everybody knows how the change is supposed to be implemented and how to actually implement it. And this third one is to refreeze, and the goal of this stage is to support and reinforce the change, as well as also follow the change and make sure it's actually in place. What are the benefits of implementing the change? It's very important for all the companies to make sure that they use organization development, and that's the tools and techniques to implement plan change in the structured way and make sure that the change is implemented the most effective way for people and for the organization. The benefit of that approach are conflict management is there, so if there's any conflicts, you know how to manage it. The organization are revitalized the proper way, and it also helped to adapt to mergers, which happens often and are some of the forces for the change to happen. So in conclusion, we have covered in today's presentation the importance of the change, how to implement the change. We give you one of the tools to help implement the change, the Lewis model, but also we mentioned some other organizational changes. If you want to use the other tools, you're welcome. We can follow up with additional information and what are the benefits to change. We believe the Lowen's tool is the most beneficial model for you because we know you want the high performance, and this will provide the change the most possible and effective way, and that will give you the high performance. So please let me know if you have any questions.